What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another episode of the series where I rate your squads, lads. So we are going to be looking at 10 squads right here. If you guys want me to rate your squads, tweet me on Twitter with hashtag #RateMyTEAM, and I pick 10 of them to basically like review every single week. So anyway, let's have a look at this right here. Rate my team. Big fan. This is my nominee spent team. I run 2018 Hawks Freelance. Dave Counts has been badged out with shooting badges. Stockton is also badged out, and so is Grant over range. Open for any recommendations. Thanks, current gen. So this is the perfect way to structure it. If you guys want me to rate your team, I'll be more likely to pick it if there is a kind of structure sentence like this where it's easy to break down. Also, let me know what gen you are on, because there are completely different things for current gen and next gen. For example, I will tell you if you are on next gen to get rid of Zion. However, if you are on current gen, Zion is one of the best cards in the game, and I may even suggest to buy Zion. Okay, so Monte Ellis, Cam Reddish, Glenn, Kevin Durant, Cowens. I mean, you're not far off the best team possible. I was about to say I would suggest maybe Walter Davis in for T-Mac, but considering you have T-Mac locked in, just go and you do you. Keep him there. Like, he's not enough better that I wouldn't use a locked in T-Mac. There's no changes I can make, really, is there? There really isn't. He's not worth getting like a LeBron. You obviously don't have Steph or Blake, so I can't say to put either of those guys in. I mean, in terms of auctionable cards, this might be the best possible. On current gen especially, this might be the best possible lineup you can come up with on current gen with all auctionable cards. So I don't know what I can say. I really don't. Good team. Good team. OG Pelican 8. This is an absolutely elite team. Nothing more I can say. Off the top of my head, I honestly can't think of any better players. So yeah, good team. Okay, rate my squad. I run Hawks Freelance, usually attack with Ja or Cam, or kick out for threes. Almost done with LaMelo Evo, willing to sell anyone. Also not sure how to play defense, either press or play straight up man-to-man on ball. Okay. What do you mean by not sure how to play defense? It's a bit of a weird one. Okay. Yeah, sell LaMelo. I mean, you've got Cam Reddish. Flip Anthony Edwards. That's all I'm going to say. By the looks of things, you're on next gen, if I'm not mistaken with that font. Like, you got 135k. DeMar DeRozan's not an original owner card, so there's no reason to keep him. Get rid of DeRozan. Swap out Edwards for his Emerald. I mean, if you're on next gen, get rid of Rubio. Ja's a beast on next gen. Nick Addison's a beast. Reddish, Ingram, Ibaka. Do not touch that starting five. That starting five is perfect. Your bench lineup. Rubio, I get it. He gets a duo with Cat. His release is absolutely awful next gen. That Kenny Smith release is terrible. Anthony Edwards, man, just trust me. Just sell that card. Sell the Amethyst. And get one of the cheaper ones, and you've got LaMelo Ball do the exact same thing at LaMelo Ball. There's no point keeping those two guys. I mean, I like Cooper. I'm trying to think what's the best way to go about this squad on next gen. So point guard off your bench. Instead of Rubio, honestly, with the amount of interior I get from Edwards and LaMelo, just go and buy yourself, like, it's hard. It's actually kind of hard. He's like, I use Ruby Curry on next gen. And Darren Williams is still really good. Oh, Monte Ellis. I forgot he existed. Monte Ellis for Rubio. Instead of Anthony Edwards and DeMar DeRozan, if you like sell a few of your players, like a Glenn Robinson is unbelievable next gen. You can keep Karl Anthony Towns there. He's fine without a duo. Then at the 2, I mean, Cooper works considering you have him. But I would probably go with someone with range. Maybe a Clay? Clay Amethyst would be pretty nice. Yeah, so if you can turn that bench, if you can manage to get your MT for LaMelo, for Edwards, you're going to be sitting on quite a good chunk of MT. You can probably go and get yourself a Monte Ellis the 1, Clay at the 2, Glenn Robinson the 3, and you can keep Bob Love and Cat because they're both good, and it's a really nice team. But the previous guy's team that I forgot to rate, that's like a 9.7 out of 10. Literally the best auctionable. This is like an 8.3. Good team. Good team. Okay. PC, main account. All guys badged out except KD. Selling Grant Hill. If I can get more MT. Okay. Let's have a wee look. First of all. The duo... If you don't know, the duos don't work if they're not on the floor at the same time. So if you're expecting a duo for Kevin Durant by putting Serge Ibaka on the end of your bench, and they don't work unless they're on the same time. If you guys don't know, 700k on PC is like the equivalent of 50k on console. Okay, so John Wall, really good. JR, really good. Cam Reddish, really good. Kevin Durant, Duncan, your starting 5 is fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry. Chauncey is not it, man. He is not it. Like, even replacing Chauncey with a Monte Ellis makes his team better. I get it. His duo Rip Hamilton, but Rip's not even in the team. But you've got 3 dynamic duos with 3 guys sitting on the end of your bench. Am I missing something? Does this guy know something I don't? Do you get duo updates when they're not up, like... upgrades when they're not on the floor at the same time? Does he know something that I don't? Because he's got 3 dynamic duos his last year on the bench. He might know something I don't. Can't lie. Considering it's on PC, means current gen, so Zion. Zion's a god. 80 is really good. I would run 80 at the 5, and I would put Cowens the 4 if you were running them 2 together. No, this team's really good. Seems really, really good. That's the only thing I can really suggest. Get rid of Chauncey and... yeah, that's about it. Really good team. Then we got this team here. No money spent person started a week ago and sniped all these cards. What I like to see. No money spent. Those 3 words at the start of a team. Love to see it. Love to see it. No one should ever feel they have to spend money on a video game to have fun. Well, on top of obviously the initial investment. Okay. Francis, Anderson, Butler, Ibaka, Bargnani. And those guys off the bench. AK, Barstiel, Raja. Okay. Okay, this is current gen. And I don't rate Ja on current gen. So this is what I do. I would start Surge at the 5. Put AK as your starting power forward. Put Bargnani in for Dino. Take Dino out of the team. So then you need, and also put Mitchell at the 1. So then who am I going to run to 2 and 3? Like, you've got no MT, so I'm going to have to be kind of cheap here. Or you can run Ja at the 1. Ja and Mitchell's fine. You don't have enough MT to really get too much of an upgrade. But Bruce Bowen at the 3. So basically, replace Dino for Bruce Bowen and then readjust your lineup. But considering the fact you've been playing this game a week, you've got a more than competitive team. You've got a more than competitive team for this game mode. So, again, it just proves that you do not need... It definitely helps, obviously, having the best players, but you don't need to have the best players to compete. Okay. No money spent, Hawks 2018. Pick and pop, pass and screen. Started man-to-man and might switch to a zone. Match up with the pen. Keenan with diamond ball handle and 3-point shoot was 2K. Okay. Okay. You've got one major problem with this team. Severe lack of range. But it all depends on how you play, honestly. Pick and pop, screen and pass, Hawks 2018. I'm telling you this right now. If you don't 5 out, run 21 delay. And this is for everybody. If you want, you don't need range extender in every player. I'm telling you that right now. If you run pick and rolls or pick and pops, you don't need range extender. Because the 21 delay offense, every player hugs the 3-point line. The spacing is not as good as Hawks or Point. However, and it also can't go into a 5-out. However, the thing is that your players will hug the 3-point line. So 21 delay is the most effective freelance to play if you don't, on current gen, if you don't have range extender. So I would advise you, if you are just constantly running screens, 21 delay is the offense you should be playing. And let's have a look. I love, why did Jimmy Butler and Wiggins have a duo? I get it, they play with each other. The guys literally hate each other. Juwan Howard's really good. Richie's really nice. I mean, again, if you're playing 20, you kind of need a range extender primary though. I really like Steve Francis of your bench. I like Houston. I like Bengeau Smith. Keenan's pretty good. Aldridge is good. I was about to say, oh yeah, get Nick Anderson in for Houston. I would definitely suggest Anderson in for Houston, by the way. Ja. I mean, he's okay. If this was next gen, I'd suggest Ja, but not current gen. What changes can you make? I mean, Keenan's nice and all. His shooting's just not it. His shooting's just very, very weak. But your bench shooting is fine, especially if you're in a 21 delay. I'm gonna say, like, this is like a, it's like a 7 out of 10 squad. It's not bad. Like, there's no major upgrades you can make without breaking the bank. Like, sure, I can give my normal suggestion of, like, I don't know, like a Clay or a Drazen or a Glenn or something like that, but they're going to cost you nearly, they're going to put you under the 100k, well, close to or under the 100k MT mark. I think this is a stage of the year where it's best to just start saving all of your MT. So, yeah, I'm going to say, maybe give us like a 7. Maybe give us like a 7, but honestly, just, you do you. This team's really good. For its price, with the MT you have, you can't get much better. It's a really nice team. Especially if you take the advice with 21 delay rather than Hawks. Okay. Everyone in the starting 5 is gold clamps except for D-Rob. Dominique, Badget with gold range. Currently have 200k MT. Is anyone I should change? Open to suggestions. Okay. Let me have a look. Let me have a look here. Everyone is starting 5. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, Rudy has to have clamps. I don't think Rudy gets range, but again, you've got a severe lack of range extender as well in your team unless you put range extender on the players. I like Jamal. I really like Jamal. Connie Hawkins is a beast. This seems good, man. This seems good. So your bench is Ja, Mopeet, Mullen, Draymond, and Serge. Get rid of Mopeet. He sucks. I'm telling you that right now. Nick Anderson is 10 times the card that Mopeet is, and he costs 1k MT. I get it, Mopeet's a free card, but paid a 1k MT to get Nick Anderson, who's way better. Mullen's really good though. I like Draymond. I like the Draymond Serge Ibaka combo. I mean, I don't really like Ja, but there are no really great point guard options. Like Steve Francis over Ja. Spend your 10k, spend 12k MT, get Steve Francis for Ja, get Nick Anderson for Mo Peterson. This team's significantly better. Your starting 5 with all gold clamps is fine. Your starting 5 is perfectly fine. This team's like an 8.2 out of 10. Good team. Okay, no money spent. Run 5 out and rely on defense to win games. Play lanes and full court press. Okay. Looking to upgrade backup power forward in the center. Well, you've already got Iguodala. So there's really not much you have to do in terms of... Well, there's really not much to upgrade unless you're looking for 2. Like, this isn't a team that'll probably get you... I don't know, it might get you somewhere in 250. You have Iguodala, you have Pearson. I'm guessing you probably have Ewing somewhere in your collection. I mean, Maurice Lucas is fine as your backup center. I would definitely get rid of Antoine Walker, though. Jalen is really nice. Hill is really nice. Alston's nice. Your starting 5 is perfect. There is nothing... You know there's nothing you need to change in your starting 5. So, okay. So, the real question is backup power forward that's affordable. I mean... Without question, Glenn's probably the person to put in. Glenn Robinson at your price range, Glenn's the player at that position. Then you can probably move Grant Hill to the small forward, just so he's got a bit more height than Jalen. And yeah, Glenn at small forward. Sorry, Glenn at power forward. So, and honestly, I'd move Pierce to the bench and start Glenn. Glenn's just better than Pierce, unless you want to kind of get more firepower off your bench. And I'm trying to think for Lucas. In terms of centers, like, there's no point at this stage spending more than like 50k on any player, any given player, and you know that. Like, obviously, sorry, Grant Hill is exceptional. So someone like a Grant Hill, obviously 300k there, to give or take a little bit, 250, 300. He's worth that much because he's exceptional. But there's no point. All of those cards are in the 100k range, just normally are weak, unless you can get yourself a cheap Rudy Gobert. If you can get yourself a cheap Rudy Gobert, then we're talking. Or if Tim Duncan's gone cheap. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Try get one of those guys. If they're less, if you can get either of those for less than 100k, one of those in Glenn, that puts you at about 200k MT left. They're not gonna, like, the likes of Glenn, the likes of Duncan, the likes of Gobert aren't gonna go down that far in price for the foreseeable, well, not really foreseeable future, for next month at least. And they're not gonna tank in price. They'll creep down in price. You might lose 30, 40k at the end of the day, but your team will be stronger. However, yeah, that's probably the suggestion I'm gonna make. This is a 9 out of 10 team, and I think you know it's good. Like, no money spent, run 5 out, have about 100k to work with. Have bronze clamps and silver range on Blake. Go quick first step on Brown. Bronze clamps on Richardson and JoJo. Okay. J-Rich is good, man. J-Rich is good. I'm not the biggest fan of Giannis, but if you know how to use him, he's a beast. JoJo's really good. Steph Curry's really good. Monte Ellis is really good. J-Rich is quality. Jaylen Brown is really good. This team is unreal. This team is unreal. On current gen, though. Actually, I've never used Ray Frost on current gen. I can't even make an opinion on Ray Frost on current gen. I've never used him. He's a god on next gen, though. Rudy Gobert, Blake Griffin, arguably the 2 best bigs in the game. Giannis, Glenn Robinson. Glenn might be the best at what he does, except for Zion, and obviously you don't have the MT for Zion. Giannis still exceptional as well. Jalen's really good. J-Rich is quality. Monte Ellis is great as well. If you aren't going for the lock-in for the set, honestly, just trust me, J-Rich is not worth it. If you're going for the lock-in, J-Rich is quality. If you're not going for the lock-in, Will Chamberlain, I think J-Rich is not worth having. He really is not. Yes, he's brilliant, but he's not worth having because he's quite expensive. Instead of him, actually, you know what? He might be. He might be. I was saying maybe get like a Clay or something, but he's some. Yeah, I would still suggest that. I would still get rid of a J-Rich for like a Clay or something. A tactical downgrade right there. And I think you're probably going to get almost as much productivity. However, if you are looking to lock in for whatever the season giving set is, go ahead. J-Rich is just kind of expensive. Other than that, though, your team's really good. This is like a 9.3 out of 10. This team's exceptional. Okay. Rate my squad. Usually run Hawks freelance. Usually attack Ja or Cam or kick out for threes. Almost done with LaMelo Evo. Willing to sell anyone. I've already read this, guys. I have already read this, guys. It's a good team. No money spent team. Have I already gone over this team? I have. Okay, that's it. That is pretty much it. I was just kind of confused there. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.